Hello and welcome to another episode of Monday Markets on a Tuesday. Again, due to bank holiday in the UK, we've got one more to go. I think it's in 2 weeks' time, and then we will be back to normal, always posting on a Monday. But yeah, if you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. We really do appreciate it. It does help us massively, help to grow and help to get what we consider good educational content out to people to help them on their crypto journey. So, pretty big week this week. Let's get into the news and then we'll get into the charts. So looking at what we've got coming up this week, the big day is tomorrow. We've got CPI coming in and then Thursday we've got PPI and we've also got some initial jobless claims, unemployment, etc. So we all know CPI now. Core price index, basically a measure of inflation. Normal CPI is just the normal living costs or cost of living. Core CPI is energy and food prices. Now PPI is producer price index. So CPI is the consumer, i.e. me and you, the buyer, going to a shop, paying for fuel, that sort of stuff. Whereas PPI, producer price index, is a measure of inflation, how much it costs for the producer to essentially produce their goods. So naturally, as you can imagine, if inflation is going up and it's costing the producer more to sell their items, they're going to have to make that money back by passing on that cost to consumers. So they do sort of go hand in hand. So both are important measures of inflation, and we'll be getting that data, as I say, Wednesday CPI, Thursday PPI. So could be quite a volatile week, especially when you consider, as we mentioned last month, the FOMC meeting, they hiked rates another 0.25%, getting to that expected terminal rate of 5.25%. So the market isn't expecting any more rate hikes. However, the Fed have said time and time again that they are data dependent. So do we get a hot read on CPI and or PPI, which forces their hand into another rate hike? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, big day tomorrow and Thursday, so we'll look forward to that. So let's get back into the charts. So BTC on the weekly, not looking great. As you can see, more downside. However, we're still, we've not broken these lows that we've been holding above ever since March, really. And if we go down to the daily, we'll take a closer look. So last week, on Friday, on last orders, I left you with this. I left you with a daily level 27.9k and a daily level at 29.6k. And I said a daily hold and close above 29.6, I'll be bullish. A daily hold and close below 27.9, I'll be bearish. And as you can see, on Friday, which came up, tapped that top level at 29.6, had another go at it on Saturday and rejected pretty hard, and it's just a weekend full of selling. And as you can see, yesterday we made a daily close below that 27.9k level. So yes, I am certainly bearish at the moment. We do have this 26.8k level to deal with, which has been support, as I just mentioned, on the weekly time frame, but it's been support and held since the 19th of March. Breaking that, if we look left, there is nothing in terms of support. So if we break 26.8, I think it'll be a very quick move down to 25.2. If we flick to the monthly, that is the next obvious level of support. And as you can see, we are rejecting the 29.3k monthly resistance as it stands. So yeah, I certainly think there's more downside to come. I think CPI and PPI could be the catalyst, but we will just have to wait and see. I'll change my mind basically if we reclaim 27.9 and then obviously if we start getting above 29 and 30k again. But I think the picture at the moment is a bearish one, but we'll have to wait and see. ETH, slightly different. So again, I gave you these two levels, 1820 a daily close and hold below, I'd be bearish. 1940 a daily close and hold above, I'd be bullish. We got a daily close above, as you can see on Friday, real strong move from ETH. However, we tapped the 2k weekly level and rejected hard the following day on Saturday. So we did not hold above that 1940 daily level. And as you can see, we've now come down and tested 1820. We've not closed below it yet. However, ETH's pretty unclear picture. So you've got the 1820 daily support. Then below that, you've got the 1783 weekly support. And then just below that, you've got the 1721 monthly support. So it's a little bit of a difficult read on Ethereum. You've got lots of supports. However, what could happen is you start to basically snowball and one break leads to another. So the daily break leads to a break of the weekly, and the weekly break leads to a break of the monthly, and then before you know it, you've actually deviated this level of 1721 on the monthly time frame. Now, not guaranteed to happen, might not happen, but that is certainly a possibility. And when you look at the monthly time frame candles, they don't look the most bullish. So yeah, could certainly be the scenario we find ourselves in. But as I always say on the NY Learn over on the Learning Crypto Premium, take each day and each week as it comes, level by level. Try not to look too far into the future. Speaking of which, if we take a look at some altcoins, so ADA, this is a trade that I highlighted to you about 2 weeks ago. We deviated back inside the weekly range high and then held it as resistance, and now we're breaking down. Always a bearish signal when you see a deviation back into a range from the top. Bullish sign if you deviate back in from the bottom. And as I said last week, hopefully I would have a TP snapshot to show you from the NY Learn, which we do. So as you can see, this is the trade we entered. We entered at 40.7 cents, and we got out at 37 cents today. So 40.7 cents, around about, if we go to the daily time frame, so 40.7, we literally got in just about there on this, as I say, deviation and retest of the weekly level, and we got out here at 37 cents. Which was a clear level of daily support. So happy with that. I think there's more downside to come though. I think if we look at ADA, we could easily see it come down to this 32 cents weekly mid-range, and it's lagging behind some other altcoins. So I'm going to show you a pattern, a pattern that I've shown you quite a few times at this 5th of December weekly level. Many alts already testing it, and some actually breaking that level, and that is the level that basically leads to each altcoin's range low, or most altcoins in the same situation. But it's basically the start of that final leg down we got in December. So as you can see, ADA still got a little way to go, but come down to this level, and if it breaks that, then it opens the door to the range low at 25 cents. BNB is a little bit different, but it's the same setup in terms of the ADA trade. Again, highlighted this to you before. Deviation back inside the weekly range high, and as you can see, breaking down, probably heading down to the weekly mid-range level, which is a daily down at 273. We've got a trade running on that on the NY Learn as well. But back to this pattern of the 5th of December weekly levels. If we go to ZIL, again in a range, failed to break out. 5th of December weekly level, as you can see, which is the mid-range, testing that now. If we lose this, then it opens the door to the range lows down at 0.016. Dot, again, same monthly range high, failed to break out, breaking down, and now it's testing the monthly mid-range, which is the weekly level, which again, 5th of December weekly level, breaking down, loses this level, opens the doors to $4. And again, you'll notice that nearly all alts tested this 5th December weekly level on that 6th of March where BTC dipped to 19k. So they are significant levels, and as you can see, I mean, DOT especially is a significant level ever since 14th of September 2020. As you can see, clear level resistance, broke above and off it went, and then it came down, held it as support, broke below, held as resistance, broke above, held as support, and now we're breaking back below again. As I say, if we do close below this weekly level 5.57, then it opens the doors to $4. Near, pretty similar situation. This was in a range, as you can see, range low is 183, range high 258, and mid-range 220. We've now got a confirmation of a weekly close below the weekly range of 183, and so now this is actually entering into a new range, so we can get rid of these. This is now the weekly range high. As you can see, the range low is the lows we put in December, January, so that is the range low. Weekly, oh dear, hold on. Weekly range low, and you'll see that the mid-range just happens to line up perfectly with this swing low here from July 2021. So if we stick that level there and then we get our fib tool, you can see if we go from bottom of the range to the top of the range, perfect mid-range there at $1.54. So that has now entered that, and you can already see we've already tested the weekly mid-range, or just short of it. So yeah, I think we could see near make its way down to $1.25 at some point. VeChain, again, very similar situation. This went much higher, tested the monthly level, but then it did deviate back inside this weekly level. And again, testing the weekly level testing the weekly level of the 5th of December, as you can see, breaking below it. If it breaks, hold and close below, then you're looking at 0.015, 0.016 down in that weekly level there. Again, the lows that we had in December, January. And then finally, Matic. So remember me talking about this a few weeks ago in this monthly range. It broke out, held as support, but then it broke back inside. As you can see, that is, as I've mentioned before, bearish signal breaking back inside the top of a range. And you can see it had a little bearish retest earlier this month and now breaking down. If we go to the weekly, we can see it's testing this important weekly level. Where's it from? 5th of December. And lose that, and you're looking at these range lows again at about 70 to 75 cents. So yeah, it's looking pretty bearish across the board for alts. I think we're in for a pretty tough rest of the 2023 in terms of alts. I think that we've had this little bit of excitement. Unfortunately, a lot of the money just went straight into meme coins, as you've probably noticed over the last few weeks, rather than the sort of large and mid caps. But it is what it is. One good thing is that I think we are going to get some fantastic buying opportunities over the next 6 months. So yeah, go through, take a look at these 5th of December weekly levels on most alts. I think it's this one on there. As you can see, you've already broken it, making our way down. If those levels do get broken, then I think we're going to be visiting range lows, and there'll be fantastic buying opportunities. Whether that marks the bottom, we have basically a double bottom on alts from the December and January lows, or maybe we break below and then deviate back above. So again, just like a deviation back inside a range from the top is bearish, a deviation back inside from the bottom is bullish. So as I say, for example, ADA, if we make our way down to the range lows at 25 cents and we break below and then break back above, then that will sort of be your signal to highly likely that the bottom is in. So something to watch out for over the coming months. Of course, I will be here each week taking you through it. We'll take a look at some alt BTC pairs as well when the time is right, but at the moment it just doesn't seem like now is the right time. I think there's more red to come, probably for BTC and ETH, but most likely or I'm more certain that it's more blood to come for alts as well. So but as I say, good opportunity for long-term buying and investing. So yeah, have a good week, guys. Be cautious over the next couple of days, as I say, CPI and PPI, and then I'll catch up with you on Friday and we'll review everything that happened in the week. So have a good week, and I'll see you on Friday.